if you do not have an agreement that you are going to represent a buyer. By default, the buyer, the client, Joe Public, is going to think that it is appropriate and ethical for him to use whatever agent shows him the house. Hi, this is Brian Icenhower, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about exclusive buyer agency agreements. I've been coaching real estate agents and teams and in the real estate industry for close to 30 years. And I've consistently heard, buyer agency agreements, getting those signed and used were what were recommended by all coaches, trainers, mentors, gurus, ever since I started out in the industry. And I know there's most top producing agents always use them and top producing teams use them. But then there's, the majority does not. The majority does not. And there's this widening political rift as to whether we should use those or whether we should not. And I'll tell you, I am in the camp after many, many years, and I've been on both sides of that camp. I am very strongly in the camp that you should use buyer agency agreements. And here's why. I actually speak out for the realtor and the real estate industry. And, we coach and train many of the top producing agents in North America and teams in North America. And we've been, coaching hundreds of clients. And so we really support them in their efforts. And I can tell you right now, buyer agency agreements are not just for agents. They actually, believe it or not, are for the client as well too. And let me explain to you why. Oftentimes we as agents don't really get in the client's mind that well. But I'll tell you right now, if you do not have an agreement that you are going to represent a buyer, by default, the buyer, the client, Joe Public, is going to think that it is appropriate and ethical for him to use whatever agent shows him the house. That is the default agreement. Now, I know you may have a few friends where there's a loyalty comes into play and that manifests itself into guilt or obligation, and therefore they are bound to you. But the vast majority, unless you're really tightly connected to someone in a meaningful way too, not just from, repeated marketing, their default is I'm not obligated to use you. In fact, I'm only obligated to use as an agent, the agent that shows me the house I ultimately buy. That's how they earn it. They show me the house, and that's how they earn my commission or their commission. So understand that's the default. And if we as agents expect something different from them, we need to communicate it. We need to communicate to them that we're going to work together. I'm going to show you property and we're going to work and create a strategy for you to actually look for houses, find homes, show them to you, make an offer, negotiate them, and I'm going to represent you through the transaction. So it's really important we actually do that and communicate that, but oftentimes we don't. What we do is we just quickly go out and, take a prospective client and show them a house and hope that does it for us. And then, keep calling them to see if we can show them more houses without ever discussing or disclosing the relationship that we expect. And that's that agency relationship. So that's what it does. It actually says, hey, it sets down clear expectations. I'm going to represent you. You're going to work with me. And we're going to create a strategy together. I'm going to put time into you and we're going to find you a home. And by signing this, you just agree to that. For those that aren't, believe it or not, it's a little manipulative. You're just saying, well, I'm going to just show you through my service. And if you're one of those people, the minute they use somebody else, like they buy directly from a builder or they use another agent, or now they have to start lying as to why they used another agent. And you hear all these different stories about, and then you blame the agent, you blame them. That's because the initial agent, in this case, my example was you, failed to show the professionalism to say, here's the agreement that I expect. And it's the ability to say that and communicate that. That's why buyer agency agreements get signed at such a high rate. It's something like 98, 99% our clients have of getting those signed. So it's very rarely that an agent's unwilling to sign one. Usually when our client's unwilling to sign one, and usually when they're unwilling to sign one, it's because they then disclose, hey, my sister's in real estate or my best friend's in real estate, and I got to use them. And it's good you found that out early anyway. Most people are very impressed with the fact you explained your expectations and you were very clear about it, because it's just not fair to not do it and then get upset or feel like people are disloyal and just get a general negative outlook on society because they go use somebody else. Because I'm sitting here telling you that is the default opinion and standard that the public has if, absent any conversation with you about the relationship you expect. And that's why we have buyer consultations where we get them signed. We sit down like a professional, like a doctor, an accountant, a dentist, a lawyer in their office and plan out an attack. That actually tells me, the client, that you actually plan on representing me, because we planned out an entire, we talked about, financing, we talked about the type of house you wanted. We didn't just, jump Johnny on the spot and show you one house and then try to show him other houses. We actually planned it out, which to me exemplifies a relationship, and it makes it very important in that buyer consultation appointment to then get the buyer agency agreement signed. Trying to get a buyer agency agreement signed on someone's kitchen countertop at a house where you just met them to show them one house, that will be awkward, so we don't do it that way. We are professionals. We have a process, just like most other professionals I just listed do. We bring them in the office, we plan our attack, and that obviously leads itself to an expectation that we're going to work together. And I think people feel pretty awful about working with somebody else after that. That's why the buyer agency agreement is very appropriate and very comfortable, and we have a ridiculously high percentage of getting it signed. So make your expectations clear, protect your time so you're not wasting time. That way you actually do spend time with your family, you have a balanced life, you do not get frustrated and have a negative outlook on society. You use buyer's agency agreements with those people that are willing to work with you and who don't demand that you waste their time, and people that are honest. So I think you'll find that you will have a much happier career in real estate, as all the people that have gone before you that have used them will tell you. Okay, well, thanks. I hope this helps a lot. And if so, please click the like button to like this video and subscribe to us at Icenhower Coaching. You can go to therealestatetrainer.com, therealestatetrainer.com, and subscribe to us there where you'll get our newsletter. And our newsletter will give you lots of tools, tips, and different scripts and dialogues and techniques you can use to further your real estate practice. We'd love to see you over there joining our community. And you can also find us at Icenhower Coaching on both Facebook and Instagram. I hope this helps. Thanks again. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.